Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear students, I hope you all are fine at your home and you are studying well. Yes, even what you have to do, you have to read the science lesson. Have a habit of reading science lesson. Okay, so in the previous video class, we were studying about the lesson skeletal and muscular system. Till now what all we studied? Yes, we studied the definition of the skeleton, then we have studied the skeletal system structure, the functions, okay, the how many bones are there in a born baby and the adult human body, then the parts of the skeleton, yes, the skull part we have studied, then we have studied about the rib cage, next we have studied about the backbone, yes, this is our backbone, and we have studied about the other bones like limbs and girdles. So today let us learn about the joints. Yes dear students, what are joints then? Can you define what are joints? Can you tell me the definition of a joints? Yes, this is the new concept for you. So let us study what is joint or what are joints here. What is a joint? A joint is a place where two or more bones fit together. Yes, remember this. You have to mark this line. What is a joint? Joint is a place where two or more bones fit together. Nothing but where two or more bones will join together here. A joint is one place it is. Think it is one place. Joint is a one place. Here one bone or where two or more, it may be these are the two bones, think that these are the two bones, two or more than two bones will meet at one place only. This place we are calling it as a joint place we are calling. Remember what are joints dear students? Joint is one place, okay, where two or more than two also, like four bones also they will meet at one place, where two or more bones fit together. They are at one place only. They are joined at one place only. For this what we are calling? We are calling it as a joint we are calling. Bones are held together by a strong bands or a fiber like a structure called a ligaments. What are ligaments? These bones are present now. These are held together by a strong bands here. Those are like a fiber, like a structure. Yes, can you see? These only we are calling it as a ligaments we are calling. They control the movement of a bones. At the joints where the bones rub against each other, they are supported by a stiff but flexible substance called a cartilage. Then what is a cartilage? It is one of the flexible substance. Cartilage is one of the flexible substance. Yes, our body is a flexible. Yes, we will move however we want. Because of why? Because of the cartilage only. It is one of the flexible substance which is present in a joints here. The cartilages protect the joints and facilitate movement. There are many different types of joints. Some are movable while other are immovable. Yes dear students, there are different types of joints are present in our body. Some of the joints are movable and some of the joints are immovable. Let us study first about immovable joints. What it is? Immovable joints. These are the joints of a cranium in a skull. Yes, as you all know, in a skull part, there are cranium is present in a skull part. Ribs in a breastbone. Yes, we have studied about the breastbone. Okay, yes, we are having a rib cage, we are having a ribs. Okay, as you all studied, there are 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, next one. And bones of a girdle are example of immovable joints. Nothing but these joints will not move here. The cranium in a skull, ribs in the breastbone, and the bones of a girdle. These joints will not move here. So these are example for immovable joints. What are immovable joints, dear students? The joints which cannot move. For example, cranium in a skull, ribs in the breastbone, and bones of a girdle. These are the example of immovable joints. Remember the definition and examples of immovable joints. Here they have not given the definition. What are immovable joints? The joints which cannot move are called immovable joints. E definition and NPD. And example for immovable joints: cranium in the skull. ಸ್ಕಲ್ ಕಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕ್ರೇನಿಯಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ರಿಬ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ರಿಬ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗರ್ಡಲ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಮ್ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ಯಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ದ easily definition now. The joints which can move are called ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದ ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಅ lubricating liquid to reduce the friction between the bones. What is the meaning of lubricating? It is used to substance such as all to make a machine operate more easily or preventing something sticking or rubbing. Lubricate is nothing but, yes, whenever we are using a machine, any machine, yes, if it is not working, then we will apply some oil, we will pour some oil, yes, so that it will start working very fastly. In the same manner, here the movable joints, yes, whatever the movable joints are there, they are having one lubricating liquid. Why the movable joints are having a lubricating liquid? To reduce the friction between the bones here. The muscles attached to the joints contract and relax simultaneously to allow a movement. Then how the movement is done in our body, in the joints? The muscles the muscles which are attached to the joints. ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ? ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ವಾಟ್ ದಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ? ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಅವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಲೌಸ್ ಟು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸಿ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ ಅ ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ joints there are different kinds of joints are there. One is a pivot joint, sliding joint, ball and socket joint, hinge joint. These are the different movable joints. Nothing but these joints will move here. First one is a pivot joint, ball and socket joint, sliding joint, hinge joint. These are the different types of movable joints. Which are the different types of movable joints? Pivot joint, ball and socket joint, sliding joints, hinge joints. These are the different types of movable joints. Let us study here about first one, pivot joint. A pivot joint is a joint that is found between the head and the first two vertebrae of the spine. What is spine? Yes, spine is nothing but a backbone, our vertical column. For backbone we are calling another name spine. This pivot joint is a one joint it is, and where it is found? Between the head and the first two vertebrae of the spine. Yes, you can see here where it is found, pivot joint between the head and the first two ribs of a backbone. It helps in the movement of our head in upward, downward and sideways direction. Yes, dear students, yes, can you do your head upside, downside, right side, left side? Why? Because in our head part there is a pivot joint is present. Yes, where is the pivot joint found? Pivot joint is found between the head and the first two vertebrae of the spine. Where does the pivot joint is found? It is found between the head and the first two vertebrae of the spine. Yes, I will show you the picture. This is the pivot joint. Yes, we can do like this. Upside also, side also. Yes, you can see here. Just you see here how it will move. Pivot joint. It is present between the head and the first two vertebrae of the spine. Yes, how it is moving. Okay. What it is? It is a pivot joint. See here. See. Where it is found? It is found in a head and the between the first two vertebrae of the spine here. This is the pivot joint. See, you can observe here how it is moving. Okay, let us see the next one. Sliding joint. The sliding joint allow small sliding movements at the wrist, ankle and between the vertebrae of the backbone. It allows the back to bend, twist and turn. Such a joint is also called a gliding joint. Then what is the function of the sliding joint? Sliding joint helps us to bend, okay, back to bend and twist, turn, and it also called as a gliding joint. Okay, it allows a sliding movement at the wrist. Just where you will wear the watch, that is the wrist part. Yes, you can turn the wrist. Why? Because there is a sliding joint is there. Ankle part. Yes, you will wear the ankles. Okay, ankle part. Yes, you can make your ankle movement because there is a sliding joint is present. Because of that sliding joint only, you can rotate your ankle or a wrist, and even it is between the vertebrae of the backbone. Okay, it also allows backbone to bend. Yes, we can bend. Yes, why we are bending? Because there is a sliding joint is present. For that purpose we can bend our back. The next one, a ball and a socket joint. A ball and a socket joint allows a circular movement. I will show you the sliding joint first. So, sliding or gliding we call. Both are same only. Sliding is also same. Gliding word also same. Just as they have told, it is found in the ankle part. Ankle part is present here. Even in a wrist part. Even at the back also we can bend. Yes, you can see how it is moving. Why? Because there is a gliding joint is present here. Because of that purpose only we can turn our ankle part and wrist part and we can bend here. Because of what purpose? Because of the gliding joint. Let us see the ball and socket joint. It allows a circular movement. Here, one bone that ends in a ball fits into the socket or hollow of another bone. Ball and socket joints are found in the shoulders and the hips. At the shoulders, the long bone ends in a ball and fits into the socket of the shoulder blade. At the hips, the femur ends in a ball and fits into the socket of the hip bone. Yes, I will show you the hip bones here. Nothing but the ball and socket joint. Where it is found? It is found in a hip part. Yes, you can see here. Just it enters and it fixes here into the hip bone. Hip bone ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದು. So it is a ball. The ball is here is a hip and it fixes into the hip bone. So this is a ball and socket joint it is. Where it is found? It is found in a shoulder part also and even it is found in a hip part also. Let us see about the hinge joint. The hinge joint works like the hinges in a door. They allow movement of bones in only one direction. Usually, bones move back and forth and increases their angle up to 180 degree. This joint is present in the knee, elbow, fingers and toes. Where the hinge joint is present? It is present in a knee part and in a elbow part and even in a wrist part. Okay, knee, elbow, fingers and toes. Knee, elbow, knee. This is the elbow. Next, fingers and toes. In this part, this hinge joint is present. Okay. It allows only to move in one direction. This is the hinge joint. It is present in a elbow part. Even it is present in a knee part. In a shoulder part it is present. This is the hinge joint. Yes, how the movement is taking place. Only one direction. We can't take in both the direction. Only one direction we can move our hand here. Yes, can you see? In only one upside movement it is taking place. This is the hinge joint. So these are the different types of movable joints here. Which are the different types of movable joints? The first one is a pivot joint, gliding or sliding joint, hinge joint, ball and socket joint. Yes, dear students, in the next video class, again we will continue with this lesson. Till that, study well. Have a nice day. Thank you.